Manafort indictment could get thrown out, all because of Mueller's one corrupt mistake. This week, the news cycle on major outlets will be discussing the infamous indictment of former Trump campaign chief Paul Manafort. If you haven't heard about Mueller's indictment of Paul Manafort and his associates, here's a quick review. The liberal media want to draw a line from these allegations to the president himself, but from what people have read, the charges aimed at Manafort relate to suspicious behavior years before his short stint working with the Trump team. In fact, it has nothing to do with President Trump or the campaign, and that's where a major problem has arisen. A problem that experts are starting to talk about. From Law News, the multiple and manifest problems of Mueller's indictment of ex-Trump campaign chief Paul Manafort raises more questions about Mueller than Manafort. Possible remedies for Manafort: dismissal of the indictments in its entirety. Manafort might be sleeping better than people think tonight. Mueller charges Manafort mainly for unregistered bank accounts and unregistered lobbying. After reading the 31-page indictment, I believe Manafort's attorneys may have some very solid legal arguments to get this case tossed. For example, Mueller may have manipulated the venue for bringing these charges, a concern first raised by Professor Dershowitz. And most consequently, he appears to have ignored the limits of his own authority to seek and sign the indictment in the first place. Look at the Manafort indictment. Guess what is missing from it? Any reference to links coordinating the Russian government or the campaign of President Donald Trump. Here are a few words never mentioned in the indictment: Trump or Russia. It concerns decade-old lobbying for interests in a different country that has nothing to do with Trump or coordination with the campaign of President Donald Trump. Now look at the timeline. Most of the events occurred as long ago as 2005 and mostly concluded in 2015. It literally couldn't involve the 2016 presidential election. How is this indictment about coordination between the Russian government and the 2016 Trump campaign? So, in other words, I'm thinking he went past what he was allowed to do. He was placed to find Russian collusion. And yet he goes to something else and indicts Manafort for something that was done years ago, has nothing to do with Trump. So what are you doing? This is not what your investigation is about. Let's take a quick look. Oh, this is going to be what did they say? Copyrighted. I can't play it. Anyway, it's nothing exciting anyway. You've seen my other videos of him going in. Let me know what you guys think. But this is very, very interesting. Dershowitz makes some very good points. Let me know what you guys think in the comments below. And again, thank you so much for watching.